from the historic Aloys Theater in downtown Springfield, Missouri, it's the Mystery Hour, and here is your host, Mystery Jeff Honda!
How you guys doing? Yeah. We're so glad you guys are watching. We're so glad you guys are here. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Jim Anderson, the president of the Chamber of Commerce, is here. The most beloved man in all of Springfield. He's beloved. We also have the music of Johnny and Katie Shelton. And one of our favorite people is not a people at all. It's an organization. That was a horrible sentence. Feed One is a great organization. We love them so much. We made a commercial for them. Check it out.
You know, the mock turtleneck's the only article of clothing that in the name describes how you'll be treated while wearing it. True. Some people say you can tell if a woman has had plastic surgery by looking at her hands. I say you can tell by looking at her plastic surgery. You know, it's impossible to sound intimidating while saying the word mittens. Did you know you can feed one child a month for just $10 with Feed One?
Truthiest. Ah, yes, Feed One. They do great things in our community across the world. And so we wanted to do something good in our community. And we believe that this show should be more than entertainment. It should also be educational. It should open people's eyes to things they wouldn't normally see. So we have two people outside. We're going to find out, are people more motivated by sadness or by happiness when it comes to loving people? So we have two people out there, and they aren't so much people as they are bears. And they have different signs. Those costumes are horrible. So they're going to either get hugs or scare the bejesus out of people. So we're going to keep a count, and we're going to see who can get more hugs out on the street. Bears? Go to it, guys. Go get them. Look at that costume. It doesn't even go all the way around. Go get that car. Get that car. Get that dog. Hug that dog. Hug the dog. Hug the dog. Yeah. So, there they go. We'll check back in with them and see how it goes. The cops might get called. Now it's time for Things I've Noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed.
All right, very good. Ooh, look, we're sponsored by BYO Pizza. All right, I've noticed that I went to a Waffle House today. I hadn't been there in forever. Scratch that, I went inside a park's bathroom today. I've noticed that your white trash score has an inverse relationship to the size of the body of water you hang out by. An ocean, not very white trash. A creek, a puddle. I've noticed that recently I had the thought that my child is the cutest one out there. But then I realized that other parents probably think the same thing. So then I thought there must be a way to determine which one is the cutest. And that's when I realized I had just reinvented children's pageants. Dave used to be, my sidekick Dave here, used to be in child pageants. He was a beauty.
That's right. That's right. Second place, let me try it. It was the Mr., where was that? Laclede County. That's right.
Mr. what?
Mr. Laclede County. It's in Florida.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We traveled.
How could he's precocious.
Let me give you my favorite one. This is my favorite one.
See?
That sealed the deal. That one right there.
Here's the thing, though. If at a beauty pageant that is adorable and precocious, outside your window,
Yeah, no, yeah. Creepy
what
outside
you
your
eating?
window.
What are you eating? Okay, we're moving on. You're beautiful, Dave. I've noticed that I imagine taping day at The Voice is hardest on Usher. Adam Levine just judges. Usher has to seat the audience and then judge.
No, that was great. That was
Thanks,
hilarious.
thanks.
It's double on his name, because his name is Usher. Therefore, he should.
Don't explain it.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Because his name is Usher, yes. All right. I've noticed that stop trying to play God is what I say to people using leaf blowers. And finally, I've noticed that the creepiness of your stare is determined by the vertical angle of your face. The more downward you look, the creepier you look. See? Things I've noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed. Yeah.
All right. So I am a married man, as are some other men, and one thing I know as a married man, I can relate to other guys with that. We don't love it, but it's kind of exciting when you get a weekend at home by yourself, and you just have all these great plans, and sometimes they come to fruition. Sometimes you just end up not doing exciting things. And so a friend of mine and I, we made a rap video about what we do when our wives are out of town. Here it is. It's called Pizza and Applesauce.
Oh yeah, how's the road? Yeah, I miss you. Miss you. I'll probably just clean or whatever, you know, the usual. Okay, well I love you, pumpkin. Bye-bye.
Yo, Mystery! What do you do when your wife's out of town?
All right, Jinx, I'll lay it on you. Here we go. I tidy up my clothes and I clean my home. I make the bed and then I bake some scones. Nah, that ain't true. You're right, my friend, I'll confide in you. I throw my clothes on the floor, cause I don't care. I trim my nails, then I cut my hair. Leave it all in the sink, cause that's what I do. I got 3 days that I'm planning to use. I sit for an hour and I play Super Tecmo. I'm the Bo Jackson of eating Fruity Pebbles. Stay up till 3 and I read some bloggers. Make a diorama, then I shave the doggies. Watch the Disney Channel while I text my friends. That's So Raven is about to begin. I paint by numbers and I do some methods. A good adjective is to use the word rabbit. I sit in my underwear, I sit in my socks, sit in my hat and I sit in my Crocs. With 3 minutes left till the ETA, I clean the house and I start to spray Febreze all around like it's going out of style. I sprayed the dogs and I sprayed the piles, clean up the evidence of my crimes. Here's a summary of most of my time. I eat pizza with applesauce and apples, with pizza sauce and pizza, with applesauce and apples, with pizza sauce and pizza, applesauce and apples, pizza sauce, pizza, apples, pizza. Show me, amigo, I told you what's on. Now tell me what you do when your wife is gone.
I go to the closet, get the shirt that she hates, wear it real proud like a vanity plate. Grab the VCR just as fast as I can. Tonight I'm hanging out with Mr. Van Damme, Jean-Claude. He kicks and he karate chops. I try myself and then I stop. I pulled a hammy. Yes, I did. I pulled a hammy. Yes, I did. Drove to the ER really quick. Drove to the ER really quick. Doc gave me some antibiotics. He gave me some antibiotics. I arrive back at home like a space-age rocket. Sit down to eat an old hot pocket. Feel sick to my stomach, so I puke on the tile. Don't know what to do, so I decide that I'll have fun with the puzzle and ignore that mess. The lady at home, left to impress. Sit at my house while I'm all alone. Call up my friend Dan and I start to moan. Dan, you're so smart, tell me what to do when your wife's out of town and you miss your boo.
I don't have a wife, so I mostly just do whatever I want.
We eat pizza with applesauce and apples, with pizza sauce and pizza, with applesauce and apples, with pizza sauce and pizza.
Hey, we'll be right back with Jim Anderson. Check out the Bears. Let's see how they're doing. Hey guys, welcome back. How was that run to the fridge for pizza and applesauce? Hey, we have a great guest tonight, but before that, we have a great guest sponsor. Hooah! BYO Pizza. It was supposed to be more handy than that. Our guest tonight is a wonderful man, and he is very timely. He's retiring. And that is sad for the community. But please give it up for the president of the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Jim Anderson. Jim.
Okay, now good. My mouth was full of pizza. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
That's what were you doing? You had some left back there.
What's that?
You had some left back there.
Yeah.
So
You can have some.
That's what happened. I'm sorry I was delayed. I apologize for being delayed. I was finishing my pizza back there, and
right.
So I needed to do that before I got out here.
Dip it in the applesauce.
Applesauce. But
what do you do when your wife's out of town?
Is that a question that's fair?
Sure. Well, and only if you have a fair answer.
I have a fair answer.
You can plead the fifth.
Yeah, I can plead the fifth. I usually watch the house, watch the dog, do all the things, the honey-do list.
You end up doing boring things, right?
I didn't say that. Those are your words. Those are your words.
That's exciting.
What do you do when Michelle's out of town?
I eat pizza and applesauce.
There you go. Okay, that works.
So, Jim, you're retiring.
I am retiring.
After how many years?
26 years.
26 years.
Almost as old as you are.
That's almost.
Yeah. 26 years.
Thank you for that. Now, how old were you when you started?
I was 38 when I came to Springfield. Yeah.
So I'm 35, a little, almost 26.
Almost 26, right.
I can't imagine having that important of a job in 3 years. Was it daunting?
It was, still is.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Someday you're going to figure it out?
I will figure it out. That's my hope. That's my goal. Exactly.
So I like telling people the story of how we met. Because
it's a great story.
Yeah, so I moved to Springfield in 2003, chasing love, my now wife, lived in her parents' basement. It's a long story.
Right.
It's also
in
true.
the dungeon. Is that
in the dungeon.
That's what you told me. It was in the dungeon.
Yeah. It was cold, and I had bars in my room.
Okay.
And I was looking for a job, and I was like, you know what? I should just call the president of the chamber and talk to him. Just kind of this pie in the sky idea. And I called you, and you were like, yeah, come on in. Yeah. And we talked for like 2 hours. I put you down as a frickin' reference for my next job application.
Exactly.
Got it. Next thing you know, I'm still here.
Exactly. See? It was fate.
It was.
It was fate. Absolutely, it was fate. It worked.
Actually, I decided that was my last job interview, and I was like, I got to try somewhere else. And they were like, oh, Jim Anderson, you're hired. Which they regretted, but it got me in the door.
Now, they didn't tell me they regretted that. You did a great job in the blood business.
You're right, it was.
Yeah.
The way you say that makes it sound really creepy.
Well, I mean, that's what it was.
It was the blood business. Yeah. Black market.
Yeah.
But Have you always had jobs yourself within chamber, or did you start out in some other job?
No, I started out as a school teacher.
A school teacher?
And then I was a school administrator.
Yeah.
And then chamber business. So I've had 3 jobs.
Yeah. How does being a school teacher compare to being a chamber president?
Well, I think there's some comparisons.
Yeah.
I won't talk about them, but I think there's some comparisons.
Who's more unruly, business owners or children in school?
Probably school children, yeah.
That's a safe
That
answer.
is a safe answer. That's exactly right. You think I was going to answer that? No.
But like this summer, you'll probably do some sort of tell-all, right?
I will do. No. I've told it all. I mean, there's nothing to hide. Totally transparent.
Now,
but I'll do something else.
You guys, I imagine that at the chamber there are a lot of people concerned citizens that call into the chamber, to the city
Frequently.
Yeah, and probably
Frequently.
like 80% of them are crazy.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm gonna
79 and a half, maybe.
79 and a half.
No, not at all. But we do get weird questions.
Yeah.
Weird requests.
Yeah.
I think about the person that called in and said, would you please notify the Postal Service that I need a new mailbox? My post is still good, but the mailbox is gone, so you need to notify them. And then the person that calls in and says, where can I buy a round tablecloth? And then another person that calls in and says, there used to be a restaurant on Battlefield called Trotters, which is true. They had great French silk pie, which is true. Mm-hmm. And the question was, do you have the recipe? Oh, yeah. You got the recipe, yeah. So we do get some unusual requests.
What was the answer to that?
No, but I like the pie. Yeah, it was good. It was great pie. Wish I had the recipe.
You seem to be a king of having the right, smooth answer.
It is Friday night. That's a great compliment. I'll take it. Thank you.
So what are you going to do in retirement?
Something else.
Something else?
Yeah.
But are you going to...
Won't be retirement. I can't retire. Yeah. Too much energy, so I'll do something else for a while.
Yeah.
I may be a permanent guest on Mystery Hour. I mean...
That would be great.
Yeah.
You're doing great so far.
I may do that, yeah.
We could easily replace Dave.
Now, Dave, he said that. I didn't. Dave is irreplaceable.
You're right. What if I had a sidekick?
Well, that could work. Yeah, I could be,
You could laugh at what
Plan
Dave
B
says.
or something, yeah.
Yeah. So you aren't riding off into the sunset to go fishing and golf or whatever.
No. I'll do something else for a while.
What are your hobbies, though? Do you have hobbies?
Well, yeah, I have hobbies.
Do tell.
I have hobbies.
I'm not. You say it as if I'm accusing you of not having hobbies. No, come on, I have hobbies.
That was sort of the tone of the question, but that's
You're right.
all
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You're forgiven.
So what is if you're pitching Springfield in one sentence, what would it be?
If you haven't seen Springfield lately, you haven't seen Springfield.
I like it. He's good. There he is, Jim Anderson. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Stay there. Stay there. We'll be right back with John Hughes and Katie Shelton. Tonight's musical guest brought to you by BYO Pizza. Hello. Welcome back. Let's just go ahead and move on to the music. We have great musical guests here tonight, super talented. Please give it up for Johnny and Katie Shelton.
I'll come over for the weekend. If you don't think too much about it, I'm a sucker for beginnings. I just don't want the aftermath. If I can't tell you what I'm thinking, what's the point in taking the chance? There's no use left in pretending. I don't really like to slow down. Yesterday I held a rosary. I can't change what we are. And now I see every day you need to change something.
Aren't they cool? They're parents. They're the coolest parents ever. Together. They're parents together. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is the end of our show. We do want to mention that 10% of our box office proceeds tonight will go to Feed One. We love them very much. Keep watching TV. See ya.
Catering for the show brought to you by Big Whiskey's Restaurant and Bar.